Howdy, friends, and welcome to The Average J. Today is...
is it still No Tag Tuesdays?
I think it's still No Tag Tuesday.
Okay.
But it is actually a Vlogmas tag, this or that. Now, Michelle and I are not participating in Vlogmas for like doing a video every month.
Every day.
Or every day. Every day for the month. But we are participating in this, and we're going to do the Christmas Day tag, and we're going to do the New Year's Day tag. It has been tough. I mean, Michelle just kind of yelled at me, I want to say last night or the day before about, I got to get my act together and start getting my content out. I have so much raw footage saved on my computer that I have got to get some videos out, so my apologies to those who watch regularly. I will start getting some out this week. It's just been very difficult with family being over. Our children were here.
Which was a good thing.
It is a good thing. But when you're hosting them in the house for a week, it's a little tough, but wouldn't trade it for anything. The amount of time we got to see our grandson and everything. So that was really nice. But, oh, great. The cat's going to jump up. He's a camera hog. Anyway, he was crying in the bedroom. Michelle let him out. She's like, oh, he'll be fine out here. Okay. Yeah. And the worst part is we had gotten a new sectional and ottoman because the kids were coming and we needed seating for everybody to sit. And we're trying to keep the animals off of it as best we can. Artie.
No.
Boom. We don't let him on. We bought him a little dog bed.
Yep.
And he's very good about sitting in the bed. I'll put a picture of him right here. And he likes his bed.
He does.
But he looks sometimes like, why do the cats get to be on it and not me?
It does. It's very sad.
It is. And my daughter, Brittany, her fiance, Joe, is like deathly allergic to cats. So having 3 cats in the house, that made it a little tough.
Maybe we should have brought the other 2 out. They could have seen them too.
No, because they're
getting
pains in the butts, So, and Artie, because we're filming, he'd be all over us. So if you hear occasional bark in the background, it's him. I put him downstairs. So today's questions come to us from Sandy at Life with Sandy. Thank you, Sandy, for putting these questions together. And I will put my readers on so I can read. It's a this or that December edition. So question number 1, eggnog or hot cocoa?
Okay, I'm going to go with hot cocoa. I do not like eggnog.
No, you don't.
No. And I can drink it with or without marshmallows. Probably, I'd say most of the time without.
Okay.
Like if I'm at a football game or something, it's usually without marshmallows.
Okay. But you know what? I will say, so Michelle with hot cocoa, Michelle would drink hot cocoa before, but Michelle in the last 2 years became a coffee drinker.
I have.
Never drank coffee before. So I think times when you might have had cocoa have been replaced with, hey, let me get a nice warm cup of coffee.
But it's not an everyday thing either.
No, no, it's not.
No, I don't drink coffee. I drink coffee every day, and I do like Dunkin'.
You do like your Dunkin'.
Coffee, so.
And the irony, we're big Disney fans, although I'm wearing a Universal shirt right now. Not that you can see because my belly is making my shirt look all weird, but I love
a pillow behind you?
No, that's okay. I love the Joffrey's coffee at Disney. And
it's good stuff.
That was something that you were hesitant at first because you got into the whole Dunkin' mode,
I don't like Joffrey's.
Well, you'll drink it though.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's certain coffees you won't drink.
No.
But at home, I would say your favorite is probably the Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
When we make it in the K-Cups. Anyway, but for the either or, yours is hot cocoa. Mine is eggnog. I remember growing up as a kid, we used to, I tried finding a picture and I can't. So we used to get Heritage's. It's a local dairy store. Heritage's eggnog. It used to come in the half-gallon wax container, wax cardboard. It was white with little green pinstripes on it, and I can't find a picture of it. But
and they just recently switched over to the plastic.
Yeah, probably within the last 4 or 5 years. But I like Heritage's eggnog. I like the grown-up eggnog, with the little something in it, But I'm going to say that I will prefer eggnog over hot chocolate.
Okay.
Number 2, mittens or gloves.
Gloves.
They're talking to keep your hands warm, not out working out in the yard.
Well,
You do a lot of yard work, so you always use your gloves.
I do, but
And what do we call them?
glove gloves.
So, Michelle calls them her glove gloves.
Glove gloves.
Anyway, so no, I do see in the wintertime you are more of a glove person.
Oh, yeah.
Now, see, mittens are hard to find for men. They really are. You
I
know?
agree.
But do you remember I used to have my USA mittens, you know?
Of course.
And I like mittens because your fingers stay together and the heat from each finger heats the other ones. I don't know. It just from a warmth perspective, I like mittens.
Data.
But gloves are better if you're having to work outside, like shovel snow, you know, or something like that. All right, number 3, sweater or turtleneck? Okay,
that would be a sweater for me, but occasionally I have been known to wear a turtleneck.
I've seen you in a turtleneck.
But I prefer sweater.
Right.
Yep.
Now me, I prefer, I know we have to choose either or. Right now I'm going to choose a sweater, you know? And I like cardigans. I'm not a huge fan of pullovers anymore. You know, I do like my cardigans, you know. A matter of fact, I just wore a cardigan sweater to church on Sunday, you know. But back in the 90s, I don't know if there was a fashion thing or whatever, you know, I would wear my turtleneck under a sweater or a sweatshirt. And that was kind of a big thing. So I'm going to put a couple pictures in that show me in the 90s. And, you know, please, nobody make fun of, you know, my goofy longer hair or my facial hair that I had. But here's a couple pictures of me in the 90s with turtleneck and sweater right here. So I know they're goofy to look at. You know, Michelle and I were laughing when I came across them. But then again, when I was in the 90s, not only would I wear a turtleneck underneath, there were times where I wore a dickie, which is really just the collar of a turtleneck and it's just fake, you know? So yes, I wore those. All right. No, you did not. No. All right. Snowman or snow angels? Do you want to build a snowman?
I know. I get what you're going with that.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I'm going to say a snow angel. I do. I think they're a little easier to make than, say, a snowman, but I like snow angels.
And I'm going to say snowman because snow angels, and this is just me, they're on the ground. You don't really pay attention. You're going to walk right over and mess it up. A snowman stands up.
It does.
You're going to see the thing.
It does. But you got to get sticks for his arms, a carrot for his nose. Somebody's losing a hat and a scarf.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's true. That's true. So and we've done that.
We have,
you know,
for sure.
The children. I'm going to insert a picture right here. This is the snowman that my children made 10 years ago. It was 2013. So it was just two of my 3. I don't know where Stephanie was in this, but that was Brittany and Alex. So, but snowmen are really fun.
They are. I agree.
It's hard where we live because we don't really get enough snow to make a good snowman very often.
No.
All right, gingerbread or sugar cookies?
Sugar cookie.
I'll go sugar cookie too. And the best sugar cookies have been made available to us the last 2 or 3 years. Our neighbor across the street, Heather, makes literally the best sugar cookies I've ever had. They were amazing.
They are. And they look so...
She makes everyone perfect. They're all literally the same size, presentation, taste, everything. Number 6, candy cane or peppermint bark?
Okay, so I'm going to go with candy cane.
Okay.
I'm not a huge chocolate pretzel type, although is bark.
No, peppermint bark is just...
yeah,
no, it's
just
different,
chocolate and candy cane. Well, I still go with the candy cane.
Yeah, and I don't like either, but because it's either or this or that, I should say, I'm going to go candy cane. But I mean, like one thing Michelle likes is when we go to Sonic, they give her the little mints, peppermints in there, and she loves those, and I don't like them. So I'm just not.
They're all mine.
They are all yours. But I will say, on Saturday, you and I were out, but our town my entire life on Saturday, like 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, always take Santa Claus around on the fire truck and give out candy canes. And they're always the good big candy canes, you know? So my son Alex, doesn't matter how old he is,
went out in his flip-flops.
Went out in his flip-flops and got candy canes for him, Michelle, and me.
Yep.
So we do have candy canes in the cupboard.
Yes.
All right. Number 7, watching movies or reading books.
This one's a tough one for me. So I'll pick reading books, but I like both.
You love reading your books.
I do, but I really slacked off this past, say, 3 years, I'd say.
Michelle had a book from the library. It was a year past too. Yeah. And she kept saying, I'm going to get it read. I'm going to get it read. Just
no. When they said, there's no more late fees, well, I just took that to heart.
I know. But
I know. I just hope they don't.
Maybe somebody was waiting for that book.
I don't know. I just hope they don't revoke my
library privileges. I hope not either. I'm going to say watching movies. Although, I've read books. I mean, I have. I love watching movies. But, I mean, Michelle and I have not watched movies or read books at least the last year. I mean, we've really slacked on that, Yeah. And I say slacked on that. We haven't. We've spent much more time doing other things that we thought our time was more valuable. Right. With chickens, turkeys, church, animals, family. Yeah. We've done a lot more. So, but I mean, I'd much rather watch a movie than read a book. But what's fun is, and it doesn't matter what order, read a book and watch a movie, read a book. But I love when you can see both media for the same story,
Yes and no. Yeah, so I'm so over the Twilight series and Hunger Games. I'm over having series into books into movies. Yeah. If there's a standalone book and they make it into a movie, I've seen a lot of movies based on books, but yeah, I'm glad that phase is over. Well,
one of my favorites was Sahara. Sahara was a book, and then it was a movie with Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. Awesome movie, awesome book. So, all right. Sorry to keep putting my readers up and down, but sitting by the fireside or sledding and tobogganing.
All right.
Tobogganing. I don't even know if I can say that right.
Definitively sit by a fire, whether it's inside or outside.
Yeah. And we just posted on Facebook. I'll insert the picture right here. That was us with our kids. One of the things we thought was important, because one lived in Texas and one lived in Louisiana. They're not building fires down there. It's not cold enough. So we thought it would be nice for them to have that, So yeah, fire all the way.
Definitely.
Fuzzy socks or slippers?
Oh, fuzzy socks.
And you have several pairs of, nice wintertime fuzzy socks. Me, I'm a slipper guy.
You are.
And I've always had slippers. Since day one of being married, I've always had slippers. Yeah, but the best slippers I have are kind of reaching the end of their service life. And Michelle had told me when I found them to get 2 pairs. And I only got 1. Yep. They're starting to get a little beat up. I'm going to insert a picture right here. Those are my Mickey Mouse slippers. They're comfortable. They have a nice thick rubber sole. So if I have to run outside for something, they're warm. I did get a cut on my finger. It's right here. You can't say it, but because they had little metal eyelets where the laces go through, and one of the eyelets had come off, and I went to grab this shoes, and it sliced me right in my finger. So.
Ouch.
It's almost healed.
Oh, good.
So, all right. Number 10, build a snowman or a snowball fight.
Okay, well, I'll go with the snowman this time. Yeah. So I do not like getting hit with a snowball.
No, and snowballs, they take so long to make, unless you're Buddy the Elf.
You ready?
That and the fort you got to make too.
You got to make a fort, but Buddy was able to make a whole bunch in a real fast
minute. Well, yeah, sure.
And nobody likes getting hit in the face when it's too much slush or whatever.
Get an ice ball.
Ice ball. I mean, they stick together real good, but just fluffy snow, you're just like, I can't make it. Nope. So I'm going to say build a snowman. All right. Oh man, I got to keep putting these
Maybe
glasses
you
on.
probably should have had me read them.
I probably should have. So, ice skating or skiing. We don't do either, but
Nope.
I used to ice skate. I had ice skates as a kid. My friend Joe had a field next to his house that would always flood and it would freeze in the wintertime, so we could skate right in his side yard. Then we had DuPont Pond, which only part of it froze because no telling what was in that other part that never froze. I don't care how cold it was, it never froze. And we did take the kids when they were younger to a local ice rink.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle didn't go on the ice, but I did. But ice, like I associate with hockey and, injury.
Yes. I like to watch figure skating.
Yeah, you like to watch figure skating. But
even when I didn't have my bad leg, I never ice skated and I never skied. So I can't really give you an either or because I've never done either. But I like watching.
Skiing was fun. I've been skiing several times in my life. I remember when they used to have one not far away for half an hour, Pine Hill, New Jersey.
Oh.
And that's gone.
Is it?
Went skiing with my friend Mark. He went to school in upstate New York, so I went to visit him one time. We went skiing in Vermont, and I remember when we were coming back, it was just a blinding snowstorm. And like at one town in Vermont, I guess there's apparently like a state Route 4 and a county Route 4 or something. We made a wrong turn. We wound up going through all these hills and everything. Had to get out of the car in my Honda Accord with 2 sets of skis in it, like every 15 minutes to kick snow out of the wheel wells because it was so bad. So
That's terrible.
That was a tough skiing experience. All right. Fuzzy robe or flannel pajamas?
Is this a bonus or something?
Well, yeah. It's 15 questions.
Oh, yay. Okay. Yeah. So what, fuzzy robe or pajamas?
Fuzzy robe or flannel pajamas?
Flannel pajamas all the way.
And the irony of that is Michelle owns multiple pairs of flannel pajamas and everything, and she wears them, but she will wear no covers and puts a fan on, or the window cracked in the wintertime.
It's chilly when you get in bed and, then you just get hot.
I get
sweaty,
it.
especially at my age now.
So fuzzy robe. I don't know whether you're talking like big, fluffy, or does a terry cloth count?
Any robe.
That's fuzzy. I have had the same terry cloth robe for almost 30 years that Michelle gave me on our first Christmas together.
Yeah. It's seen better days.
It's seen better days, but it's still comfortable. Yeah. It's still warm.
And you still use it.
I still use it. Love it. Love it. So I'm going to go with the robe. Number 13. Oh, candy canes again. Candy canes or chocolate Santas? Chocolate Santas. Don't really need to give much explanation on that.
Candy canes on the other question because I had to pick one, but I'll take a chocolate Santa.
Yep.
Anytime.
Especially if we get a chocolate Santa from Damas Candies.
Hello.
Although I'm very disappointed in them because a couple weeks ago we had gotten some peanut brittle. Well, that lasted like no time at all because it's such good peanut brittle. But and we got some chocolate from there. But Michelle tried going last week to get me some more peanut brittle, and they didn't make it. And she called a couple times. They just aren't making peanut brittle. But if I was to have a chocolate Santa, Damask.
We'd be good.
Number 14, artificial tree or real tree? So we're going to probably have a little disagreement here. But, I mean, I like a real tree because I love the smell, the look of it. I mean, we've had probably 4 or 5 in our married life real trees. I mean, we've had where we had artificial and real together.
Yes.
Why do you keep staring over there?
The curtain was moving.
It's probably the breeze. It's drafty. Anywho.
Data's right there.
No, I got you. So I like a real tree. I even did one time with a root ball and planted it in the front yard. And after 2 years, Michelle made me cut it down because she hated it.
I didn't like where it was.
No.
So I kind of picked where it was, I guess. Yeah, but okay, I'm going to go with artificial. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it.
I don't think it's in frame, but.
But yeah, I have 2 artificial trees now. I have one that's
20 years old.
Yep. No, 25.
That might be 25
Because
years
we were in
old.
Mantua. We lived in the Mantua house.
How can you tell how old an artificial tree is?
I don't know how.
You count the tape rings on the box. Ah,
right?
Anyway,
There's
I got to credit Ed from church for that one.
There's a lot of duct tape on the box. And then this one behind over here is from QVC.
Yeah. But that's the one that has like all the multi-functions on it. You talk to it through Alexa and everything.
Although I've had it on 24/7. Some of the bulbs have gone out, and some of the functions, like if I put it all on purple, there's some red bulbs going through.
There are, but that's because it's been on 24/7 for 2 years now.
Yeah, has it been 2 years?
This is our second Christmas with it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it is.
All right, last one. White lights or colorful lights? I'm going to go white lights. And it was funny because we were just at Joan's house yesterday, at Joan's Point of Plain, and her white lights, and I said how much I love them. I love white lights. You know, they're beautiful. You can't see the tree, but there are white lights on this tree right now. The house, I put a little, I didn't do the multicolor. I did like white, red, white, red, white, red. And then I did like white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, depending on the year. I did throw a splash of color, but multicolor, they look pretty, but sometimes it gets too busy. I like the simplicity.
And I like both, but if I had to pick, I guess I'd go with white because it is classic.
Yeah.
But most of our marriage,
anything.
It does. But most of our marriage and having trees, we've done colored lights.
We have.
I'm surprised that you picked the white. But
on the tree, but I guess I'm looking at it overall on the house, the tree, decorations. You know, I love when it's just white on the mantle. Oh, okay. You know, Michelle does the mantle every year, and so you know, I love just the white lights.
Okay.
But that's going to do it. That is all 15 questions for our Vlogmas This or That tag. Again, thank you, Sandy. All the channels that are doing the tag, I'll link them down in the description below. Please go to everybody and visit. And we'll be back on Christmas. So I'm not going to say officially Merry Christmas to you because we'll have a Merry Christmas tag that I'll say Merry Christmas. But hope everybody does survive the December craziness of the holiday season.
Christmas rush.
Christmas rush. And hope everybody in your families and your friends are all happy and healthy. And so I guess we'll see you. Well, like I said, I'll have a couple of our Disney videos out this week, but we'll see you for another tag on Christmas Day. Bye.